Oaks Community TV presents Hockey Talk with the Olds Grizzlies. Hockey Talk with the Olds Grizzlies is sponsored by Hugh Bodmer, CIR Realty in Olds.
Welcome to the program, Brian. You're the coach of the Drumhellor Dragons, but before we go into your current position, tell us a little bit about your hockey background, where you played your minor hockey perhaps, where you played professional and major, junior, and so on.
Well, I played a lot of my hockey in Red Deer growing up, and then we moved out to Veteran, Alberta. I went to play for the Portland Winterhawks in the Western Hockey League. Our team was very fortunate, went to the Memorial Cup twice, was drafted back in 1983, a long time ago. Boston Bruins, 22nd pick. The hockey I kind of play, I guess today I'd probably be in prison for the stuff I did on the ice back then, but I enjoyed my time as a player. I was with a lot of teams. I don't like really saying that. I was traded quite a few times, but you know, I loved it. The stories go on forever and ever, and I met some great people throughout my travels, and my travels brought me back here. I coached pro hockey for a while at East Coast Hockey League, Western Professional, IHL, International Hockey League. So I've been around a little bit, and I came back, wanted to work with younger players and get out of the pro gig.
How do you see the role of Junior A in terms of, you've played in major, junior, you've played professional. How do you see Junior A as a training ground?
Well, you know, that the big difference is, and I can't believe I'm going to say this because my father always said, you know, back in my day, and I find myself saying the same thing today. I think the times have changed. The players are much faster, bigger, stronger. The technical part of the game, the techniques that these guys train with is much more improved than ever, than anything I ever had in my life. There is some changes, though. There seems to be, and I know people have a hard time with this, but there's a lot of entitlement going on now, where a player feels that he should be in a top 6 or top 3, and as coaches and general managers, we see them in that particular role. Certain players, obviously, but it's getting there. It's earning it to get to that position and feeling good about playing your best hockey, because our goal as coaches is to move these players to the highest levels, to college. Even lucky enough, maybe someone got drafted, but that's our goal, not only as to win championships, but for myself personally, and I know a lot of the coaches in the league, is to get players into college.
And the particular program that you're working with now in Drumhellor is, obviously you must embrace that philosophy there as well.
Well, you know what, I'm a little bit new school now, but I've definitely got some old school in me. There is nothing you're going to get in this game if you're not going to put the effort and the passion into the game. The compete word is a huge word now in hockey at the highest levels. John Tortorella actually said it the other day when he took over as coach in the National Hockey League. He said, you know, I liked our game, but the level of compete has to pick up, and that's what has to happen. I'm very passionate about the game. I love the game. I love being in Drumhellor. I've got a great ownership group, great fans there. But at the end of the day, these players, if they want their dream, there's a price they have to pay. And it's not an easy road, but it's well worth it. And we're trying to get the kids to understand that this life that I was fortunate enough to live is a great life, but there's a lot of sacrifice to go with it.
Tell us a little bit about your team, that you're icing tonight.
Well, I don't really know much about my team anymore right now. There's a lot of potential there. We've played better the last couple of games. I'd say we've underachieved to this point. But our guys are good young guys. I know they want it. We're starting to get on that same page. We're all starting to understand our roles as players, our execution, our system. Compete level has picked up, which has been a big key for us. And I think once we find our stride, and we're kind of in that mode now, where we've had a few games now where we're starting to play a little bit better. The ceiling is unreachable, or it is attainable, I should say, not unreachable, is attainable. I just don't know how far they can go. They want to make up their minds. They can do a lot of good things this year.
So what are you expecting out of this Grizzly team tonight? You're only a point or two different in the standings.
Well, you know what? I've always known ever since we played against the Grizzlies, there's been a rivalry there. They've always been intense, physical games, a lot of bantering going on. I don't have a problem with that. It's a little bit of old school hockey. I know a lot of other people don't particularly care for it, but you know, you need that. I think fans enjoy, as long as it's not dirty and players aren't getting injured, the physicality of the game. This is hockey. Unfortunately, I feel that some people are trying to change it into a little bit different game, but It is a physical game. This team that we're playing tonight, I've watched some of their games. They play hard. They play physical. They do what they need to do to be successful. I like watching, but what do I expect? Same thing we always get. It's going to be one of those nights that's going to be either real close or one of us is getting blown out. So, but it'll be entertaining any way you look at it.
A quick comment on Ty Mappin.
Well, there's no question Ty has been an integral part of our team. He's our leading scorer on our team. He had some habits that had to be broken. It's work in progress, but I really enjoy working with him. I think he wants direction, and he's got more skill than probably any player I've ever had, and the abilities. And there's certain things he's going to have to work on if he wants to continue his career. But as far as vision, hands, his compete level, when he wants to compete, which has been a lot lately, he does some amazing things with that puck, and he makes players around him really good. So I can't say when we made this deal, it has been a very pleasant surprise, not on his abilities. I always knew him, just the type of person he is. He's a good young man, and hopefully, we'll get him to get his dream. And I kind of know what it is, but we're going to leave that alone.
Well, thanks very much for guesting with us, and good luck tonight.
Thanks very much.
Watch Olds Community TV on Channel 148 on the ONET IPTV network, or catch us on the web at www.octv.ca.